人々を海へ駆り立てた。
俺の財宝か？欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ、この世のすべてをそこに置いてきた。
男たちはグランドラインを目指し夢を追い続ける。世はまさに大海賊時代。
ありったけの夢をかき集め、探し物を探しに行くのさ。ワンピース羅針盤なんて渋滞のもと、熱に浮かされ漢字を問うのさ。誇りかぶってた宝の地図も確かめたのなら伝説じゃない。個人的な嵐は誰かのバンボリズムのかって思い過ごせばいい。ありったけの夢をかき集め、探し物を探しに行くのさ。ポケットの恋、それと You wanna be my friend. We are on the groove. We are
Eric, we are Johan, we are Dean's Life, we are. Hello, everyone. God bless each and every one of you. Hope everyone here is having a great morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. Chat, we are here today to react to One Piece 1192 chapter reaction. We are here. Hope everyone is excited. I hope everyone is pumped. Hope everyone is ready to use their mind to the fullest. We are going to squeeze out every ounce of brain juice for this stream. We are going to dissect this chapter. We are going to critically deduce what's going to happen within the rest of the One Piece plot line. And most importantly, chat, we are going to have a great time. We're all going to get along. We're going to roast each other. We're going to grill each other. We're going to critique each other. We're going to spitball theories. All of the stuff, chat. I hope everyone's doing great. We got some art on the screen. Some emu form, a new emu form. I hope everyone's doing great. Chat, comment down below. How are you guys feeling today? Comment down below in the chat. How are you feeling today? After you comment down below how you're feeling, drop a like, subscribe, noti bell, do all that YouTube stuff for me, chat. Get all the YouTube stuff out of the way so we can quickly move on to the point of the stream, which is reacting to 1192. And of course, chat, donations, super chats, memberships, I guess the YouTube jewels, chat, all of these donations are 110% optional. Nobody here has to donate a single penny. No one here is pressured or guilt tripped or anything like that. But if you do want to go above and beyond to help me out, take care of my wife, be able to go on vacations, be able to afford food and pay my bills and have a family, you know, all the things in life that necessitates income, please use the Stream Elements link in the stream chat. Use Stream Elements, please, chat. Do not use YouTube. Please do not use the YouTube super chats. The memberships, I'd advise you to not use that because YouTube takes up to 60% of the super chat. That's quite bad. So chat, you guys should use the Stream Elements. But of course, guys, donations 110% optional. Now, I am quite tired because it's getting to be around my bedtime in an hour or so, as well as I did not have my second dosage of caffeine today. I had to meet up with a client today for work, and because of that situation, I actually got distracted. I forgot to take my second dose of caffeine, so I didn't get enough caffeine today, chat. This is the end of the day. I'm low on caffeine, but we're here. Vincent, God bless, man. I'm doing great. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you're doing good. Dean's Life said a company I work for was bought out and we're relocating everything in a 20,000 square foot building. That's a huge, huge building. Wouldn't that just take months? Would that not just take months to do? I hope it goes well, man. All right, chat, listen. The sooner we begin reading the chapter, the sooner we can debate, discuss, theorize, all of that stuff. Now, of course, chat, here on the channel, here in this community chat, we use our noggin. Chat, we critically deduce arguments. We critically critique each other, one another, because us on this channel, guys, we are seeking the truth. We are calling for a justification for our beliefs. A lot of us believe in the justified true belief, conception of knowledge. We believe, chat, in the correspondence theory of truth. Okay, so this means if you claim to know something, chat, you got to have a justified true belief. You got to have justification. It has to be true, and you have to believe it. And as far as it being true, I'm assuming the majority of you guys would subscribe to the correspondence theory of truth. Does your proposition correspond with reality? Now, if you have a proposition that is limited to the future, well, clearly it doesn't correspond to the present, does it? Does it not? Does it correspond to the past? No, it probably doesn't. So we will be pulling out the blackboard today. Okay, you see this? We got the pen, we got the board. We are pulling out the blackboard today. We're pulling no punches. We're avoiding all fallacies. Anyone that tries to dodge a critique, anyone that tries to dodge an argument, we're calling you out. We're exposing all genetic fallacies. We're exposing all non sequiturs. We're opposing all ad hominems. We are here to use our mind and our brain today, chat. This is how we make proper theories. This is how we think clearly, and this is how we know what to expect in One Piece, chat. Without further ado, I say we plug in, we hook up this blackboard. We're going to hook it up right here, right now. And we're going to log in to the chapter. We are going to read One Piece 1192. And last but not least, chat, we are going to cook. One Piece, or did I say 1192? I think I was saying 1192 this whole time. 1191. One Piece chapter 1191. Title of the chapter is Loki is Here. Now, I recall, I'm not going to say any names. Okay, and it's not just one person. It's actually multiple people. One person was saying one thing, another person was saying another thing, another person was saying another thing. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to be toxic. I'm not going to be a bully. But I recall, chat, in my One Piece chapter 1188 live reaction stream, I recall pointing out that characters like Usopp are very unlikely to returning to the battlefield or arriving at the battlefield for the sake of protecting Luffy, stalling Imu, anything like that. I made clear, concise arguments that Imu is speed blitzing Luffy. Surely Usopp cannot outspeed Imu or go toe-to-toe with Imu. And I specifically said, out of all the characters of Elbaf that can possibly go against Imu, recover, stand back up, protect Luffy, stall Imu, any character that could step back into the fray, it's going to be most likely Loki, Ragnar, Gabon. Those are the people at the top. Notice this chapter title is not Usopp is here. No. This chapter title is not Usopp is here. This chapter title is not even Law is here, because people were mentioning, some people were throwing out Law and Kid. Oh, Law and Kid, they're going to show up in Elbaf. We wrote those names on our list. If you go back to the 1188 chapter reaction on this channel, It's right there in 4K. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go to my channel, go see it yourself. Some people were saying Kid and Law are going to show up. Are you serious? Lo and behold, it's Loki that returns. So once again, Usopp is taking another L. Once again, Loki is taking another W. But let's actually read the chapter. Let's actually see what happens. Huff, huff. How am I still alive right now? Luffy wounded in the fierce battle with Emu. If I change back to normal, it'll be bad. Huff, huff. Yeah, so Luffy very well understands that he needs Gear 5. Luffy cannot afford to fight Emu under non-Gear 5 conditions. Luffy needs to be at his pinnacle. He needs to be at his peak if he's going to go against someone like Emu. Interestingly enough, Blackbeard had 4 homies with him, so it was a 5v1 or a 5v2 against Law. Luffy is saying he has to use Gear 5 against Emu. Okay? But Blackbeard needed 4 of his homies with him to struggle against Law. The question is, how do we scale Luffy to Law? Surely everyone would scale Luffy way higher than Law, right? If Luffy is scaled much higher than Law, how do you explain Luffy needing Gear 5 against Emu, yet Law making Blackbeard struggle with 4 homies against him? I want you guys to let that soak in. Let that soak in for a second. And you tell me what that means for the plot. Lucas, God bless you, man. You tell me what that means, chat. Where is everyone, by the way? Come on, it's a Friday. We're streaming live reaction. Where is everybody, dude? I feel like I'm talking to the wall. Where are you guys at, chat? Where are you at? Send the stream to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your homies. Send this stream to Discord. Feels like a ghost town in here, dude. Hey, old man. Gramps. Huff, huff. Damn it. He got an arm. Sorry you took that attack from me. Don't be stupid. I didn't do it for a disappointment like you. I'm fighting for Elbaf. Nah, you're also fighting for Luffy. Chat, don't get it twisted. Scopper is trying to be like that rough and tough uncle. Chat, don't get fooled. Scopper took that blow because Luffy is the man Roger is waiting for. Luffy is Nika. Luffy is Joy Boy, the savior of the world. Don't listen to Scopper. Don't listen to his nonsense. Tough love? Dude. God bless you, Smokey. Scopper took that hit for Luffy. He's just trying to be all rough and nonchalant about it. He took that hit for Luffy because he knows that Luffy is the man Roger's waiting for. Luffy is the user of the Nika fruit. Luffy is Joy Boy. Of course, Scopper Gaban should lay his life down for the savior of the world. But look at what he's saying right here. He's not saying that. He's saying the opposite. He's saying, don't be stupid. I didn't do it for a disappointment like you. Nah, I'm saying you did do it for him because you know deep down inside he is Joy Boy. If you know Luffy is Joy Boy, the savior of the whole world, you should lay your life down for Luffy. Because guess what? That is just, you'd be acting as like the antecedent to saving the whole world. Because if you lay your life down to protect Luffy, and then Luffy is the savior of the whole world, then you essentially you played a part in saving the whole world. There's no way I'm letting it end like this. Gramps, what is he? Hey, he's saying there's no way he'll let it end like this. What are you going to stand back up and continue fighting? Because if you stand back up and continue fighting, you're dead. If Scopper stands back up and continues fighting, he will die to Emu. Chat, he will die. If he got low diff clapped with 2 arms, imagine what's going to happen to him when he only has 1 arm now and he's significantly weaker, bleeding all over his face. Gramps, what is he? Well, his true nature, seems to be a big secret. Yeah, his true nature is a big secret. Notice, like, he wouldn't talk this way about, like, a dude that ate a devil fruit. If Emu was some random dude that was just walking around and ate a devil fruit, would Scopper Gabon say that? The man who was with Roger, Goldie Roger, the man who went to Laughtail, who learned the full history of the world? Look what Scopper Gabon says. He says, well, his true nature, that seems to be a big secret. What do you mean his true nature is a big secret? That's kind of weird and ominous to talk. That's weird and ominous to say about a human that ate a devil fruit. Would someone say that about, I don't know, freaking who's someone with a fruit? Law? Oh, yeah, Law's true nature is mysterious. I don't really know his true nature. It's a big secret. Not really. I mean, Law can be mysterious, but no one's going to say his true nature is very mysterious. It's a big secret. No one's going to say that. See, again, these are implicit. These are like implicit inferences that Emu is not any basic man with a devil fruit. Okay, Oda's not going to go down this basic girl. I gotta censor it. This basic girl path. And maybe I'm wrong. Chat, always keep in mind, I'm giving my opinions. I'm giving my analysis. Yes, I could be wrong, obviously. But regardless, I'm going to give my opinion. I don't think Oda's going down this basic girl route. Rather, Emu is going to be literally the incorporeal Satan of the world, made flesh. Emu is somehow the devil in human form, in man form. And that would make sense with that would coincide with everything we've seen so far within One Piece. And more importantly, to this moment right here, if Emu was literally Satan that was incarnate somehow, it makes sense that Scopper would say that. Yeah, his true nature seems like a big secret. Yeah, the dude is literally Satan. He's literally the devil. But if I had to put a word on it, I'd say he's God. Realm of the dead. He's God. Notice the notice the shift in setting here. Notice the shift in the setting here. Oda is a very sly guy. Oda can be a snake. Harry Potter Slytherin. Notice how when Scopper Gabon is talking about Emu, oh, his true nature is a big secret. He says, if I had to put a word on it, he's God. In the same panel, we're shifting, or it's shifted to the realm of the dead. Is Oda trying to have like this indirect connection between God and realm of the dead here? In the panel that Emu is referred to by Scopper Gabon as being God, it's the same panel we shift to the realm of the dead. These two things are converging. Is Oda trying to imply who is the god of the underworld? Now, through Orthodox Christianity, we do believe that Satan is a sort of ruler of the world. Satan brings people to corruption. He brings people to death, brings people to sin, right? Non-existence. We wouldn't necessarily say Satan is a god, but or even God. God forbid we would ever say that. But little g God, in some way, you could maybe see it from that lens. You know, traditionally speaking, throughout, films and cartoons and different shows, literature, people do use the devil as like the god of hell, the king of hell. They use Satan, they use the devil, right? Think about like cartoons you grew up with, shows you grew up with. Whenever it went to the underworld or Hades, the underworld, hell, who's the god there? Who's the leader, the king of it all? The devil. He has the horns, he has the tail, the pitchfork. Traditionally speaking, they use the devil as like the king of hell. So if Imu is in fact the devil made incarnate, again, this would line up. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, we were saying for years the channel, Brooks time skip on Namakura Island, they repeatedly tried summoning in Satan. They tried summoning in the devil. They ultimately failed, and the reason that I believe they failed is because he's already been summoned. You're already too late. He's already been summoned. He's over there in Marijoa. For Luffy, Gabon telling him Imu is God is no big deal. He dealt with a god before with Enel. He is depicted in One Piece, Imu, as an evil father figure. The son who rebels against the father. It's not a coincidence, I'll tell you that, says Eric. Okay, let's continue. We get the animals. Roar. Is that a Conqueror's Blast? Okay, there's a Conqueror's Blast. The animals fall over. The Pirate King's crew. Huff, huff. 'Twas unforeseeable that those youths from God Valley have become such a nuisance. And we see Imu covered in blood here. Which, by the way, what was the last thing that happened? Why is Imu covered in blood? Didn't Imu clap Luffy? Emu's laying there. He has blood on his forehead by his horn. I ought to have dealt with them along with rocks. Now his hand looks like it turned black. Back then. Okay, we got a silhouette. Then we got Imu. Up close, Emu's face is morphing. Looks like the horns are bending. Got an up-close shot of Emu's eyes. Whoosh. Conqueror's Hockey Blast. Owl Library, Realm of the Sun, basement, rear entrance. Thank goodness the books are okay. Yes, it's all thanks to Biblo. Chopper, I want you to try and talk to him. He sure looks like he's trying to tell us something. But, really? He struck me as a silent type. Hoot, 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 hoot. Hoot, 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 hoot. Huh? Crackle, crackle. Gwa! Ouch! So it looks like Scopper and Luffy are getting hit by Conqueror's Blast. Wow! To escape from Honebami with only an arm lost. How impressive. And look at Emu's new form, chat. 1 to 10. Rate Emu's new form, guys. 1 to 10. Rate this new form of Emu. Looks like he has boots now. The ring is horizontally around his thighs. He has rings around his arms. His arms are pure black. The horns bent and have become bigger, and then there's 2 more in the back. I thought they said there were 6 horns. You got a little black spirit circling the sword. Uh-oh, is Emu a swordsman? 7? 7? 2 forms down. 2 more to go. How do you know there's 2 more to go? What do you think the owl is saying? I don't know. Probably some kind of danger or warning. Some kind of bad thing either happened or will happen. That's my line. You walking off my attack is a blow to my rep. The next attack will leave nothing behind. Not that I've got the hands to applaud you. Is that him? He looks totally different. Listen up, Straw Hat. Get your crew and leave Elbaf. Oh. What do we have here, chat? Did you just hear that? Did you just read that, chat? Did you just hear the following statement come out of Gabon's mouth? Gabon said, and I quote, listen up, Straw Hat. Get your crew and leave Elbaf. Is this going to be another runaway arc? You like the runaway arcs? There could be a way where it's not a runaway arc, but simultaneously Emu's not defeated. Timer. Well, Emu could be like forced away because of the timer. Chat, what do we think? Is this another runaway arc? Is this another Whole Cake Island? I mean, think about it. Whole Cake Island was a runaway arc, but that arc was still long. Wasn't that like 80 chapters or something like that? Let me double check before I give you guys some fake info. Even Elbaf isn't that short of an arc. So if it's a runaway, okay, yeah. Look at this. Whole Cake Island was a runaway arc, and even though it was a runaway arc, an escape arc, it was 78 chapters. So give or take 80 chapters. So I think people's fear is that, oh, it's a runaway arc, so it's going to end fast. I mean, not necessarily. Isn't Elbaf, how many chapters is Elbaf so far? It's 60 plus. Did it hit 70? I don't think it hit 70. I think it's like 65 or something like that. Even if Elbaf is an escape arc, I mean, it's still a pretty decent length of an arc. I mean, look at how many other arcs we have in this story that are not escape arcs that are way less than 60 chapters. How many chapters was Marineford? I guess Marineford was a runaway. Marineford was 31 chapters, guys. That's actually really short if you think about it, but it was jam-packed, you know? 31 chapters. Vazu, God bless. The owl is saying, get owned by yawn. What? Get own my yawn. I have no idea what that means. All right, next page. Cough, that's no way. There's no way I'm doing that. You're barely better than a corpse at this point. You can't help us. I could say the same to you. How can you fight like that? Bro's fighting with one arm. Chat, be prepared to see Scopper Gabon die. You have to remember there were more pages in each chapter back then. Was it hitting 18 pages a chapter throughout Marineford? 18, 19, 20? Honebami from Emu. Emu looks like the devil. Emu looks like a boss, like a real boss from Kingdom Hearts or something. Look at the horns. Got the chin hair. Dude, he looks like that one dude from Kingdom Hearts 1. What's his name? Like the last boss. Who's the last boss of Kingdom Hearts 1? Kingdom Hearts 1 final boss. What's that dude's name? Actually, he doesn't really look like him. It's no use. Why, Grumps? Oh, Scopper, you're going to get clapped, dude. We see a foot there. Gungadir. Emu shocked, huh? Hyruden's there. Clashing into Emu. Hyruden. Grr. Emu's clenching his teeth from getting punched. Noah! Whoosh. Boom. Hiruden punches Emu away. Emu is moving back. Looks like Emu shooting off some demon ghosts. Hiruden's nervous. Boom. Explosion. Emu is a crater within the mountain once again. This happened earlier in the arc. God bless Mo. He said, LMAO, Emu lucky I ain't show up. Mo, what would you have done? What would your named attack have been? Chat, this is the second time where Emu is actually in the mountain as a crater. The first time it was with Loki. Now this time it's with Hiruden. Is it going to come in threes? Is Emu going to be knocked into a mountain crater again? Do you believe in magic? In a Smokey's hut? Sit on his face and say, what? Bro, I'm not even reading the rest of that, dude. Mo, just see yourself out. See yourself out. I didn't know you was that big. Yeah, that's how you get slapped. Those are the kinds of comments that get you pimp slapped in your own car. All right, anyways. The mountain like Onigashima? Mountain like Onigashima. What do you mean? Chat, I keep yawning because I'm very tired. I did not get my second dose of caffeine today, and it's almost my bedtime. So if you guys want to support me and support the channel, help me take care of my wife, grow a family, and advance through life, have vacations, have a better home, grow and expand in the material goods that God blesses me with. Chat, use the Stream Elements link in the chat. Of course, guys, donations, support, all of that stuff is 110% optional. Nobody here is pressured or guilt tripped or anything like that in regards to supporting and donating. But if you want to help and go above and beyond, super elements, Stream Elements is the way to go. Use the Stream Elements link in the stream chat today. Whoosh, crack, crack. Okay, Hiruden's shield broke. There's no taking that a second. Yeah, you're not going to be able to take that a second time. Yeah, son, how could this have happened? You've lost an arm? Thanks for the assist, Hiruden. But this guy's immortal. I can't see a way of us winning this. Make sure Straw Hat Luffy gets out of here. So, notice, chat. Notice. I want you to notice. Scopper Gabon earlier this arc, he point out that the other Holy Knights are immortal to a degree. He pointed out that the other Holy Knights have at least some form of immortality. And he didn't think of it being too much of a problem. Like, yeah, if you don't know how to counter the Holy Knight form of immortality, maybe you'll struggle a little bit. But to Scopper earlier in this arc, guys, it was not a big deal. But notice, when it comes to Emu, he brings up the immortality stuff again. He says, guys, this dude Emu's immortal. I can't see a way of winning this. Now, all of a sudden, it's, oh, well, Emu's immortality is different. We could talk about Kettingham's immortality. We could talk about Summers' form of immortality. Hell, we could talk about Gunko's immortality. You know, that's one thing. But Emu, oh, no. Emu's immortality is another thing. Emu's immortality, that's a problem. In fact, look at the phrase Scopper Gabon uses in regards to Emu's immortality. He says, but this guy's immortal. I can't see a way of winning this. Emu did not have that energy when it came to did I say Emu? See, I'm so tired of I can't even speak right. Gabon did not have this energy when it came to Summers. Gabon did not have this energy when it came to Kiddingham. Gabon did not have this energy when it came to Gunko. Only Emu is he having this energy with. So it must be that, well, yes, of course, baseline strength for Emu is much higher than Gabon, or, well, yeah, Gabon too, but Summers, Kiddingham, Gunko, Emu's baseline strength is higher, yeah. But I would argue, I would go as far as to say Emu's immortality most likely works in a different and or improved way of that than the rest of the Holy Knights. In chat, you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys agree or disagree? Does Emu's immortality work in a different and or better way than the rest of the Holy Knights? Yes or no? Let me repeat the question one more time. Does Emu's immortality work in a different and or better way than the Holy Knights? I say yes. Let me know what you guys think. But Young Smokey with the 99 dono, thank you so much, brother. God bless your soul. Always going above and beyond to support me, to support the channel. We could never give you enough thanks, brother. God bless your soul along with your family. Come on, you sleepy bastard. We got VC to do. Wake up. I'm trying to wake up, man. I can't have a coffee. I can't do that because you know what? I can't afford to mess up my sleep schedule. All right. I can't do it. If I drink a coffee right now, it might wake me up a little bit for the stream, but then I won't be able to go to sleep on time after the stream. And that's a problem. I got a regimen, dude. I got a regimen. I got a schedule. And I know the kind of person I am. Once I get thrown off my schedule, once I get thrown off my loop, I want to just abandon a schedule and just abandon reading, abandon exercise, abandon all these things. That's the kind of person I am. So I need to really stay strictly to something. I need to stay strict on a regimen. Otherwise, I just abandon all of my tasks. And I don't want to do that. But either way, thank you so much, Smokey. God bless you, bro. Thank you tremendously. I can never thank you enough. Haruna says, Straw Hat, you don't have to butt in. I'm not going to run. Listen to me. What can you do with those wounds? I'm going to recover now. That's nuts. I ate a lot. I could make it happen. What kind of logic is that? You can't fight anymore. I think those are Emu's demons flying. Hey, it's a bomb. Wow. Looks like Hiruden is picking up Scopper and Luffy. Oh, Hiruden takes the blast. Hiruden tanks the blast, chat. Hiruden tanks the blast. Is this a W, Hiruden? Chat, is this a Y Ruden? Be honest with me. Is this a W? Is this a W, Hiruden? And Mo, you should come to the VC, bro. How do you think Emu can be defeated if Gabon has said that he is immortal? There's probably Emu's probably a glass cannon. No one believed in bro. Notice that Luffy was getting fat as he was lying down, like he stored the food away somehow. Oh, did Luffy learn how to like slowly digest food? Luffy eats a bunch of food, but he could control his digestion. So after he gets punched a little bit, he digests a little bit of food. He gets punched some more, he digests some food. Is Luffy just like digesting his food throughout the fight? Every time he takes some in, he digests a little bit of the food in his stomach. Otherwise, there's a whole ton of food in his belly. And depending on his HP, he'll digest some. You mean the guy who lost against Mach Weiss and one shot by Luffy? Oda is out here writing feel good. Oh, he's writing that feel good stuff, is he? Hiruden! He's back! Hiruden, fall back! Live to fight another day! Yes, son, Elbaf won't bend the knee. A true warrior is always resolved to die in battle. Yo, W Hiruden. Let's go, Hiruden. You guys, for the longest time, I said, you know what? Hiruden's going to be king of Elbaf. Loki's going to be some dude running the Elbaf ship of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Let Loki run the Straw Hat ship of the Grand Fleet. Let Hiruden be king of Elbaf. One Piece power scaling always been bad. Nah, this is an L, bro. I love to see people step up. What do you mean this is an L? Do you think Hiruden should be cowering in fear? Or should he be useless like Usopp? No, bro. Hiruden is stepping up to the plate. He's willing to put his life down on the line for his people. That has to be a W. How is that not a W? That's an L? Hiruden is putting his life on the line for his country, and you're telling me that's an L. Okay, if that's an L, what is Usopp then? Times 1 million Usopp? Or times 1 million L? Why you got to bring up Usopp? You know why I have to bring up Usopp? Because I had to sit here for years saying and hearing that Usopp's arc was Elbaf. That's why. When Usopp did nothing in Wano, they said his arc was Elbaf. When Usopp did nothing in Egghead, they said Elbaf was his arc. When Usopp did nothing in Elbaf, they said Laugh Tale was his arc. When Usopp did nothing in Beehive, they said Laugh Tale is his arc. When Usopp did nothing in freaking Lodestar, they said Laugh Tale was his arc. When Usopp did nothing in Laugh Tale, they said Final War is his arc. When Usopp did nothing in Pre-Final War, they said Final War is his arc. When Usopp did nothing in Final War, they said Two Piece is his arc. I don't want to hear anything else about Usopp. Bumsop, Loosop, Elsop, Usopp. Virgo, God bless, bro. People be complaining anyways. Hey, I love to complain. I thrive off of being a hateful, negative, evil person. Usopp's still going to defeat Van Auger. Okay. If we have people like Smokey complaining about the up-and-coming might of Hiruden, I want to see some complaints about Usopp versus Van Auger. What is Usopp going to do? Shoot a freaking green bean at Van Auger? Van Auger has the double fruit of teleportation. And he's a legit sniper with actual bullets. Usopp's going to shoot a freaking piece of broccoli at him. Usopp's going to be shooting spinach at Van Auger. There's no way Van Auger should lose other than a massive Usopp upgrade or pure plot armor. 55 chapters later, still nothing from the guy. Yeah. Listen. Don't even wait for Usopp anymore. That's the best decision you can do. If Usopp does something, then you can stand up and be excited and be happy and celebrate. You don't have to wait for Usopp to celebrate when he does something good. But guess what? If you're going to continue waiting for Usopp, knowing dang well he's not doing anything, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You see the logic there? Do you see the logic there? Have zero expectations. Just throw out all expectations for Usopp. And if he does something, hey, we'll celebrate. But as long as you have expectations for Usopp, you will be constantly disappointed. Anyways, we're getting distracted. We got to get back to the chapter. A true warrior is always resolved to die in battle. Moron, consider the fallout of your death. It's okay if I die. Loki is here. Well said, brother. Loki, get ready. Oh, Emu, you're cooked, my boy. Ooh, if only Ragnar was here. Ragnar, where are you? You digging your bone? Floki, you want to say hi to the stream? Chat, do you want to say hi to Floki? Come here, Floki. No more of your bone. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Chat, say hi to Floki. Say hi to Floki. Floki, say hi. Say hi, Floki. Floki, say hi. Chat, say hi to Floki. Look at Floki. Fluffy boy. Floki. He's a big boy. Floki, you're a big boy now? Go play with your bone. Floki reminds me of the happy dog in the series of Happy the Dog. Happy the Dog? What's that? Happy the Dog? Terrier mix. No, Floki is a Japanese Spitz. Okay, where do we leave off? Loki, get ready. Gasp. I'm also back on my feet. What in the world are you guys? Gomu Gomu no. 3 generals. We got Hiruden, we got Loki, we got Luffy. Hiruden, Loki, Emu. Emu's doing some black magic, bro, throwing up the Z. Emu said he's Zo. Gokoku Sovereignty! Let's go. Emu getting rocked by Hiruden, Loki, and Luffy. Oh, dude, chat. What's going to happen? Either Emu is like, oh, shoot, I'm out of HP. I'm out of gas. I got to go back home. Or what? The fight continues? Dude, I feel like if the fight continues, like if Emu just tanks this, right? Part of me feels like, okay, that makes sense. Emu strong. He has a lot of HP. He has high defense. Emu's a formidable opponent. It makes sense if Emu survives and tanks this. But then the other part of me feels like, bro, this fight is just, this whole thing of Emu on Elbaf is just dragging on. You guys see where I'm coming from, chat? Does that make sense? If Emu tanks this, it makes sense. But by the same token, if Emu tanks this, it just feels like this fight is just dragging the hell on. There's nothing these guys can do. So, what, is he going to tank this and start knocking them off? He's going to go kill Gabon? Have you seen Obsession? Yeah, I did watch that movie. It's a decent movie. I mean, it's not that great to me. Bro, Emu got leftovers and the shell bell and the regenerator ability. Emu has shell bell. Loki, what are you doing? You're digging your bone. Chat, Floki's trying to dig under the blanket to hide his bone. Trying to dig and hide the bone under our backpack. You gonna put the bone in the backpack? Bro, dogs are just bored as hell. You got me confused. I don't give a crap about Usopp. I'm here to complain about Hiruden. Blame your lame brain wing pushing Hiruden doing better than Luffy. Dumb dog. Excuse me? Only I can call him dumb. Yeah, it takes 6 months to cover 10 minutes of the story. She's a Warner product. Just she plays the comedy well. Indy Navarrete is an industry plant. Isn't like 99% of actors, aren't 99% of actors industry plants? I think it's time for a plot twist. What's a plot twist, Virgo? Because I don't know what the plot twist is going to be. Chat, I think we are going to switch to the open mic segment of the live stream. What do you think, chat? What do you think, chat? What does the fox say? Bro, as soon as I lay down after the stream, I'm probably going to knock out within 30 seconds. What does the fox say? Who wants to do open mic live stream today on stream? Open mic. If you want to join the open mic live streams, what you guys are going to do is join the Discord server. Join the Discord server. There is a channel called Live Open Calls here. If you guys have any comments, questions, theories, concerns, join the Discord voice call and you guys can talk to me in front of everyone here with your One Piece takes, your religious takes, your geopolitical takes, your philosophy takes, whatever it is you want to talk about. Bring it up to the stage on Discord. Come to the stage and we can have a debate or a friendly conversation or whatever it is you want to talk about. We are now up on the Discord.
Yo.
How's it going, man?
Good. Yo, this was kind of a mixed chapter, bro.
What do you mean by mix?
I mean, we got an emu transformation highlight. We got Kaban gas. Yeah, I know you saw that boy emu face down. That wasn't because of Harden. That was because of Kaban.
Yeah, you got a point. But I mean,
that was because of the Melanator. Let's go.
That was because of who?
The Mountain Eater.
Oh, the Mountain Eater.
Mr. Gabon.
Yeah, this was a really, really good chapter. You got the emu transformation. You got Hyrule upscale for some reason.
Nope. I'm not letting you get away with that. That is what makes this chapter a 7 out of 10. Get out of here with that Harrigan stuff. No. This just reinforced Oda doesn't care about power scaling. But hey, we've been saying this for forever. But hey, sometimes it's got to be coherent. Not when we got a bozo way in the Discord pushing that Harden did better than Woodford. No, I'm not hearing that.
Are you saying that in 1190, when Scopper did Yachi Takaru and the tree collapsed, that's why Emu was laying there?
I mean, Emu was laying there. Can you give me another reason why he wasn't? Why was he face down? It wasn't because of nobody else.
Well, technically, he was facing up.
Face down, face down. That's the way I like to fuck. Come on.
And more technical. Did he really hit Emu, or did he just hit the things around him causing fall?
Guys, my only point through all this, and then I'm gonna let you guys go on with whatever you gotta go with. My only point is this chapter right here proves Oda doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks anymore.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Very true.
Not even
Very
me.
true.
Yo, what's up, Louis?
So welcome to the final arc, y'all, where I expect Oda to fumble at least 2 out of the last remaining 4 characters. You know, the big characters that people say are gonna do shit. Kainu, Dragon.
Hey, chicken beans.
He's gonna fumble somebody. Just wait.
Sorry.
Just you wait.
Chicken beans. Sorry. Chicken beans 29. Welcome in. God bless you. He says John 3:16 for God so loved the world, he gave his only son, his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Yes, that is
That's facts.
Christianity. And that is facts,
Mhm.
yeah. Another way of
Thank you.
another way of putting it is that the Son of God became man so that man can become like God. Or in a more technical way of explaining it, my favorite way of explaining the incarnation of Christ, the reason he came down and what he brought for us is, simply put, the Son of God became the Son of Man so that sons of men can become sons of God. That is the point of Christ. But thank you, Chicken Beans 29. God bless, bro.
What? Guess what? Chicken butt.
Chicken blood. Most mangakas do not care about power scaling. That is mainly fans.
I said it earlier.
No, I
earlier,
want to
power
argue.
symbol.
I want to argue against that. A lot of mangakas care about power scaling. Now, if you look at Toriyama and you look at Oda, absolutely not. If you look at Kishimoto, if you look at Tagashi, if you look at others, absolutely yes. Some mangakas don't give a shit about power scaling. Absolutely, I agree with that. But I disagree with that all mangakas believe that. No, sir.
I mean, I would want to
stick to the rules.
I would want to know what he means by they don't care about power scaling. Like, what do you mean by power scaling? Because like 90% of manga out right now is combat. It's battle shonen. Like, what is One Piece without power? What is One Piece without combat?
Right.
So how would Oda not care about power scaling if the story revolves around combat?
Right. So can I
All about the underdog. Sorry,
Can I
Joe.
piggyback? No, go.
That's like saying
Alright.
Pizza Hut doesn't care about pizza. I mean, what way would you be saying that? Like, what do you mean? Because I mean, like,
I mean,
it
they
revolves
got some
around
good
pizza.
wings, but they definitely balling on the pizza, bro. They got some good wings, they got some good sides, but they balling on the pizza.
I haven't had Pizza Hut in years, so
But
I don't know.
let me piggyback off you, brother, because there is a sentiment in the fandom. Listen, I get it. Power scaling sucks. It brings toxicity. Blah 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 blah. But you cannot say it doesn't matter. Let me repeat. Power scaling, you cannot say it doesn't matter because it should matter. That's how you have a coherent story. When you don't have a coherent story, you got Toriyama forgetting that the Saiyans had tails. We gotta stop letting this slide, man. Power scaling should make some modicum of sense, but should it triumph narrative and war? Absolutely not. But it should make sense. That's all I'm arguing.
Right.
Johan says most mangaka focus on storytelling. While that can be true, I mean, I don't think like it has to be one or the other. I don't think it has to be an either or, a false dichotomy where either Oda cares about storytelling or he cares about power scaling. Why can't it be a both and?
We have some examples of good power scaling and good storytelling. We have Rurouni Kenshin. We have Inuyasha. I mean, there's so many underrated animes and mangas that we can look into. That is a very wide claim and an assertion. Because, yes, I agree. While a lot of mangakas don't give a shit about power scaling, there's quite a few very successful ones that did.
Jordan says maybe they mean that power scaling in combat is secondary to character development and storytelling for battle shonen series. Yeah, but don't you see how that's a far cry from they don't care about power scaling? Because then you would just say like anything after character development, well, the author doesn't care. So the author only cares about one thing in the story then? You see, because the original, go ahead, Vincent.
I was just gonna say, like, by going by that logic, that's like saying the more tragic your story, the more powerful you are. Like, go ahead.
Because like the original comment is most mangaka don't care about power scaling, and then they add, well, someone else adds, maybe they mean that power scaling in combat is secondary to character development and storytelling for Battle Shonen series. So, in other words, if we're talking about something that's not top one in the author's care, then they essentially don't care about it. Well, then that you would just be saying that the author only cares about one thing and one thing only. And maybe that's true. I mean, it could be within Oda's heart where he genuinely doesn't care about anything except one thing as he writes One Piece. But I find that to be I don't find that very convincing. I mean, I think Oda cares about a bunch of things and maybe he prioritizes one thing over others. But I don't think it has to be a situation where if it's not character development, oh well, then Oda just doesn't care.
All right, so let me speak for myself. When it comes to me, myself, right now, with the way that Oda has been writing One Piece in 2026, I don't care about the feel-good moments. What I care about is if a moment makes sense. I've been in this shit since 97. These breaks are breaking me. And that is all I have to say.
Yeah, the breaks can be quite tedious. Zedeko, God bless, bro. He says, how we feeling about Emu's transformation?
I'm going for
Don't love it. I don't love it. I can grow on it, but right now I don't love it. I like his original, like the last form we saw better.
I think this form, for me, I think this form, like it doesn't look like it's the sickest thing in the world, but I think this form makes sense. He really looks devilish here. He looks like Satan. I mean, with the goatee, the bigger horns, he looks truly demonic here, and the wings are out again. To me, it makes sense. It doesn't feel like a strange form. And maybe for me specifically, maybe it doesn't feel like, oh, this is the sickest thing ever. Maybe it doesn't give that vibe, but at least it doesn't give the vibe of this is so weird. This is so strange. This is so unfitting. Like it actually makes a lot of sense that he looks like that. I always imagined Emu to be a man, a devilish man at that. So when I look at Emu right now with big demonic horns and, you know, black silhouette, you know, black wings and got the eyes everywhere and all this, like it makes so much sense. Like it feels coherent. It feels like this is who he is. This is One Piece. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense to me. I think the most interesting thing is because I thought of this last night. And Vince was the first one to say it. This form, the way he is, the way his arms are muscled up, the way he looks more jacked right now, it reminds me of Frieza's second form. It definitely makes me think that he has more forms. Go Google it if you can't remember.
I pulled Google it up. Second form
Frieza's
Frieza.
Second
Oh yeah, I could see why you would say that. Especially with the horns.
Exactly. The horns, the big torso, the big arms. And like when he was in his other form, he was sleek and slender. Vince, you got something to say about this? Because you brought it up, brother. I want to hear your input.
I don't hear it.
You're the first one to bring it up.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I'm between looking at the chapter and I'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, the whole Frieza transformation thing, I think that could be what Oda is doing here with Emu, but I still like to think of the idea of him having using the bodies of all 19 kings that swore loyalty to him, and these are like different bodies that he's just jumping to. That's right. He needs that damn freezer.
Right. Just to add on to the other part of the Frieza comparison,
to
make that look better. I want you to look at Emu's tail, the way that he's been utilizing his tail. If you remember when Goku fought him when he strangled the life out of Vegeta. Like
Yes, I do
Frieza has
remember.
always used his tail, so it's another comparison to look at. The way
Yeah.
that his tail
Another-
evolves.
Another thing I noticed is not just the size change, but the all-out change of his design. Like the flag, like the cape is now turned into like these armbands and on him. His one ring has now turned into 3 rings, one around his waist, two on his arms. His
I think
his own belt has turned into a necklace.
I think yeah, those are crazy details. But I think the craziest detail is Oda is bringing back an old classic that we, a lot of people still talk about, but like, goddamn, Imu's got that full body hockey. He's fucking
Full body
burning.
hockey. Yeah, he's on that Virgo
This is
time.
like
Yeah,
this- He got black arms and everything.
You know what's funny
He looking
is
like-
we got
he's looking like
Virgo.
Uniform Luffy.
We got
He's
Virgo
looking
in the
like Uniform
chat.
Luffy, dude.
That's what I was about to say here for Luffy, but the patterns are different on the chest.
Exactly.
It's funny because we have
That fruit has
Virgo.
to be connected.
We have Virgo
fruit
in the
has to
chat
be
right
connected.
now. We have Virgo in the chat right now, Virgo Tyrant, and it was Virgo that went full body hockey back in Punk Hazard. The stars have aligned.
I do think, like, when it comes to Emu, Oda is pulling a lot off of Doflamingo, man. Like, I think we can't ignore that. Like, Oda is pulling a lot of Doflamingo out in Emu, and he's like multiplying it.
Luis says Oda has done every sob story. No one cares anymore. It's time to give us answers.
I don't disagree. He's impatient like me, dude. Like, if you're coming from an impatient angle, absolutely. I 100% agree. I can co-sign that, but I know that's not the way these guys will feel about it.
Luis also
I mean, you
says,
said it earlier,
go ahead.
Oda don't give a fuck.
Luis also says Oda needs
I'm
to
sorry.
put all, no, you're fine. Oda needs to put all his ships on Blackbeard. He's the only really able to be an emblematic villain like a One Piece level Frieza. Yeah, but if Luffy takes down Blackbeard, Luffy doesn't liberate the world.
I mean,
So,
but
like,
the bigger
everyone that-
problem beyond that
hold
is
on.
Blackbeard has been embarrassed.
Yeah,
But
but hold on. Everyone that comes from these opinions is like, I gotta carefully word these things because I don't want to come off rude. But chat on this channel, we're very unfiltered. Okay, everyone that makes these arguments, all you guys are like the same. You guys are like copy and paste, just the same thing regurgitating over and over. And specifically with this, it's all about appearance. That's all that's really being said. Because if Luffy takes down Blackbeard, the world is not liberated. Like, the conversation's over right there. It's by Luffy taking down Emu that the world's liberated. So the only reason someone would make an argument like this or have an opinion like this is, oh well, Blackbeard, he looks like a pirate, dude. Okay, so the whole argument is how Blackbeard looks. And then, I mean, they could try to fall back on. I'm so tired of the subject, but could try to fall back on. Hold on 1 second. They could try to fall back on, oh well, Blackbeard's been built up the whole story. Hasn't the One Piece world government been built up longer? I mean, if I recall correctly, the Marines were being nasty towards the people of Shelltown. The Marines have been corrupt throughout the entire plot line of the story by working for the government in the first place. So the way to liberate the entire planet is not taking down a non-pirate king pirate, but rather taking down the king of the world. So like these arguments, these opinions, to me, it's like copy and paste. It's like, I don't know if there's like a YouTuber, maybe there's like a YouTuber out there that's like regurgitating this kind of thing, and then like they have like a bunch of subs or something, so then people kind of like, yeah, this YouTuber, he's like so cool. Then they just kind of like copy paste, because I don't know how else like you would get like the same low tier take over and over and over and over and over. And I don't mean to be rude, please don't take it I'm pretty sure this guy's pissed, but don't take it too personally.
Well, I think the biggest thing is I think for anybody to believe anything, and by the way, yes, there have been YouTubers pushing Blackbeard as the bottom villain, but that's neither here nor there. It really comes down to it like this: do you really think Emu's actually going to go down here? Knowing that he has a back plot line, sideline for Vivi. Luffy's important, absolutely. Hey, Blackbeard's important, absolutely. But Vivi was also part of the fucking pictures he cut up. Y'all remember that shit? He had four people? Shirahoshi, Luffy, Blackbeard, no, 3 people. 3 people's bounty posters he specifically wanted dead. So, my problem with the Blackbeard pushing is it takes way too many what ifs. I just watched Blackbeard struggle against Law. Now, do I think Blackbeard's going to be a force of nature? Absolutely. I'm the biggest Shanks fan, and I'll tell you, I think Blackbeard's going to kill Shanks, even though I don't think Oda has the balls to pull it off. But that's neither here nor there.
That's neither there nor here. I would not be surprised if Emu ended up being defeated by Dragon and Co. That's so stupid. Jordan says Luffy taking Emu would avenge the past and save the present, while Luffy taking down Blackbeard saves the future from a darker world.
No, I think Luffy taking out Blackbeard only earns the right to challenge Emu. Think about it, guys. Think about it. We got a Joy Boy bloodline. We got a Joy Boy lineage. We got Joy Boy to Shanks to Roger to Luffy to blah, blah, blah. And then we have the fucking Earth God. Yes, I believe Blackbeard is the Earth God. We got Davy Jones. We got the original Earth God. And then we got Blackbeard. Come on, guys. And then Emu is his own god. I know that we got the devil thing going on, but but outside of the devil thing, after this chapter where Gabon called Emu a god, we need to assign a god to it. It's either got to be the forest god or the Earth god.
How about we talk about that instead of this dusty, ringy dingy, like mouth breathing, drool slobbering Blackbeard Emu final boss crap. Next time I have to think about that concept, you guys might not see me anymore. I might actually do something irrevocable. So how about this? How about we discuss this whole a great point that Smokey just mentioned, the whole god thing regarding Emu. Chat, should we start assigning a god title to Emu as, like Smokey suggested, the Force God or Earth God? Is it time, chat? I really want to know.
Maybe he's a little G. That's also a possibility. Because I've explained several times on here, I think Oda has been using the primordials. You know, we got Kronos, we got the original Titans, then we got the Hecatoncheires, then we got blah, 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 and then we got the Olympians.
The Hecatoncheires, the what?
1,000 arms. They were like giants. Think about like Cyclops, Hecatoncheires.
Like this. Bro, what is this monstrosity, dude? This isn't an actual thing?
Yes, sir. So the Cyclops, you remember in the Odyssey, right?
Yeah, I do.
Know you just watched the Odyssey. That giant that they killed is the son of Poseidon.
Oh, so it wasn't like They mentioned that in the movie, but I was thinking like, are they like mistaken or is he
That-
actually?
No. That's why Odysseus' journey took so long. He pissed off the sea god. He killed his son. Like the movie doesn't do it justice.
But wait. He
kills his
also
son.
when they did that raid, right? Didn't he also like destroy the Poseidon statue? Or is that not Poseidon statue? You know the statue?
Maybe that was part of it because during the actual mythology of the war, it was mainly Athena and Poseidon feuding. Zeus wanted no part of it. He tried to stay out of it.
Okay, sorry, we went a little bit off topic there. Regarding Emu in the quad gods thing, chat. Now Smokey brought up a great point. Now that they're directly calling Emu a god, at least Scopper Gaban, do we feel comfortable assigning one of the quad gods title to Emu, chat? I want to know, Earth god or Forest god or Rain god. I mean, there is a possibility he's the Rain god. I mean, someone could say that it's unlikely, but
I'd love it for the dragons. I'd love it to. Oh, please let him be that, so I can slander the hell out of dragon.
no, but the dragon you said Zaza. The footstep.
This would explain the whole nation destructive ability of Lucy.
Did you just have a brain fart?
No, I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember the name of the place that got destroyed.
God Valley?
Lucia.
Yeah, Lucia. Yeah, that would explain that if he was the rain god.
Emu sama.
Here's the problem I have with Dragon. He's been working for how many years? Then Sabo gets falsely accused of killing a king, and the brother has more clout than Dragon had in like 3 decades. They call that guy the Flame Emperor.
Bro, Sabo really is him.
Exactly.
God bless you all.
And Dragon's still just the world's worst criminal.
Jordan says Emu is the forest god. Emu could be inspired by Cernunnos, which means the horned one, and is the god of fertility and the underworld. What are you doing?
You know what? I like
That
it
makes
because think about this, Threeble. Since I know you like Pokemon, right?
I love
Think
Pokemon.
about it. Right. Think about this. The way Emu's horns are, just in terms of the forest god, if we're exploring this comment, right? Think about it like Xerneas. He kind of got horns like Xerneas.
I mean,
Maybe he can absorb life through that or
Hmm.
restore it. You never know.
So you think
Like I
Emu's
said,
actually a
this is
deer?
tinfoil. No, this is tinfoil. But
It is.
let's explore it.
Emu's actually a
What
deer.
if his horns are also like rogue devil fruits on them? And that's how he spread his evil.
You know what? Even better. What if Emu is Yveltal? What if he's dead
Ooh,
and he literally sucks life out?
that would explain what happens to the trees every time you pull out a sword.
Not to mention, what was the attack name and the sword name? Bohu?
Yeah, which is void.
Exactly.
Dio Brahendo. Isn't that from JoJo's?
They are the same thing. So
Bro, the only thing I remember from JoJo's is
Emu reminds me of a character you can see his transformation. Wait, what? What is he talking about? Devil fruit equals Petra berry.
See,
What are you doing, Floki? Loki's still trying to dig his bone in a bedroom. Where's your bone? Give me your bone. Where's your bone? Okay. We got some Blackbeard naysayers in the chat. Anything else besides this Blackbeard stuff? It's just, bro, you could only respond to the same exact points and arguments so many times before you just
By
your
the way,
will is just
I know-
absorbed.
By the way, out of curiosity, I know you brought it up earlier, and Vincent actually listed the chapters out. 1126 to 1191, is that right?
Elbath
Has
art?
this
Yes.
surpassed? Yeah, Elbath. Has this surpassed Whole Cake Island? It was so close to breaking the record for Whole Cake Island.
Whole Cake Island is
That's
78.
55 chapters.
Whole Cake is 78.
Yeah.
55 for Elbath right now.
How many?
Ooh, 55?
55.
55. I thought it was 60
no,
already.
No, my bad.
1126 to
Oh, sorry.
1191, right?
Yes, 70.
Oh, we might pass Elbath then. Or, I mean, Whole Cake.
Right. So when do
Sorry,
you
my
all
math
think
is
this
off.
arc is going to end? I think Oda's going to blow past 1200 at this rate. If he lets Emu linger, I definitely think we could go past 1200 for Elbath.
I don't know, dude. Your guess is as
Well,
good
we-
as mine.
I only asked because we're so close. We're at
See,
1191.
You know, this reminds me, chat. This is to everyone in chat. Sometimes, guys, throughout life, whether we're discussing One Piece or I don't know, you're discussing math or something at your job, whatever. So at some points in life, chat, it makes sense that you would feel very confident in a proposition, very confident in a belief. But there's also times in chat or times in life chat where we got to have epistemic humility. It's okay to say you don't know. Okay. We shouldn't be prideful. We shouldn't be egotistical and arrogant. It's okay to not know something. It's okay to be unsure. So let's all take that because, you know, with these streams, we do a lot of joking. We do a lot of roasting and stuff. Let's take one positive thing from the stream today. Let's take one good nugget. And let it be for us to have appropriate epistemic humility. It is okay for us to not know certain things. It's okay for us to be unsure. All right, that is your golden nugget for today's stream. You guys are going to take this with you, and you guys are going to become great people with it. So for me, to answer the question, I don't know. I don't know how long this arc's going to be. I have no clue.
Well, this kind of, for me, when it comes to the whole timer situation, that's Monkey Content brings that. Yeah, is there echo?
No.
I think that's you echoing, Vince. I heard the echo.
I don't hear
Might
that
be
though.
you.
Oh, come back.
All right, now I hear no echo.
Can we call him, instead of calling him Vinny, we could call him Winnie the Pooh? Rona D. Winnie.
How dare you, good sir?
He's got a rumbly and his tumbly. Christopher
Oh.
Robin. Oh, bother.
What's up? Got a rumble ball.
How much? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, low key, the most interesting part of this chapter, outside of Emu's transformation for me, is what's going on with Chopper. I want to know what Bilbo said to Chopper. I'm invested in this plot line right here.
One other thing I want to point out. Lewis said, let's see who's right. It's just drawings, brother. It's all love. Thank you so much, Lewis. I see anyone that acts like Lewis, you guys are automatically like G's. You guys are automatically W people. Anyone that has this kind of persona, you know, like we could throw some stuff at each other back and forth. I know Axaram has thick skin as well. Axaram is not a sensitive little girl. Thank you guys for being normal people, for being true gentlemen. We could throw some stuff. We could debate. We could talk a little smack, use a little rhetoric. But we don't take it too personally. We don't take it, you know, to heart. So shout out to Lewis as well as Axaram and pretty much everyone here, not taking things too personally if we disagree with each other or whatever. Thank you. Anyways, I interrupted.
Don't say the chopper.
Chopper's arc should have been. Chopper should have gotten more during Elbaf or Egghead. Why do every time I go to say Egghead, I say Elbaf? Like every single time. Chopper should have got more stuff during Egghead along with Frankie.
It's because the both arcs start with the E,
Yeah,
the capital.
it's E. The
And
E's throw me off.
Another way, you mentioned that this could be an escape arc, which I don't think that could be a possibility considering
I also
was
agree.
also an escape arc. So
I
two
also
escape
agree.
arcs in a row.
I listen to me very carefully. I do not believe this is going to be an escape arc. I believe this is going to be an Emu timer arc. But if this ends up being an escape arc, Blackbeard fans, you better run and hide for every fucking hill, every fucking bunker, because I will find you. I will hunt you down. I will humiliate you. I will laugh at you. I will make jokes. Okay? You guys better hope that Oda is letting Emu linger around because Blackbeard is the final bill.
Hell
I
no.
say that is because it's still a possibility. Like, it's not been entirely ruled out, but I'm telling you, ooh, you know what? Let me shut up.
It's been ruled out in my heart.
Exactly like Liam Neeson for a second. I will find you. And
I was thinking the same thing. I do want to piggyback off of what Vincent said. I think Vincent actually brought up a fair point that the previous arc, Egghead, was already an escape arc. So are we going to get back-to-back escape arcs? If I could piggyback and kind of add my own twist to it, maybe Vincent meant to say this. I could have misheard him. But I wouldn't say that it's not possible that Elbaf is an escape arc, because the previous one was also an escape arc. I get the point. Two escape arcs in a row seems rather repetitive, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's not possible, because the main contention here is repetitiveness. Is this condition, or is this proposition of Elbaf being an escape arc true or not? It would hinge on, oh, well, it's repetitive because the last one was an escape arc. I don't think like that is sufficient enough to say, yeah, so therefore there's no way it could be an escape arc. Therefore, it's not possible for it to be an escape arc. It could be an escape arc because Oda just wrote something that you didn't like, or maybe Oda fumbled, or maybe it's a fun escape arc, or maybe I don't know. It physically could be an escape arc. But I still strongly agree with where Vincent's coming from, where this repetitiveness does greatly hinder the possibility of it being an escape arc. So for me, I would kind of add like a qualifier there. I would add nuance to his position rather. So I probably wouldn't say that it's not possible. And maybe I misheard Vincent. I'm not trying to one up him or anything like that. We're not immature here. I wouldn't say it's not possible, but I would say that definitely hinders it.
Right. So let me play devil's advocate for a moment. Let me play the other side. All right. Let's say this is not an escape arc. All right. Let's not an escape arc, but let's say it's a partial escape arc. So let me make a little distinction here. What if, as we've been talking about and eloquently been waxing poetically about, Emu being the final build, what if Emu gives Elbaf? What if Oda decides to give Emu Elbaf, and this does end up being an escape arc? Now, that would flip the story on its head. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just posing the question. What if? Let's not call it an escape arc. Let's call it Sabaody.
Shabandi.
Sabandi. But
I always called it Sabaody because I mean, like that's what it would looks like in English. But I learned one time because I was going through the One Piece wiki. I was doing something for like a video, and I think I found it on the wiki where Sabaody, or rather Shabandi, is named that because it's like Spanish for soap or something like that, and the way you pronounce it is Shabandi or Shaband. Forgot what it was, and ever since I learned that,
I would like to soap up Shocky, man. Back in the day.
bro, get the hell out of here. Bro said, speaking about soap, I would like to soak up. No, but ever since I learned that like that trivia fact, it's like always stuck to me. So now I'm always calling it Shabandi.
Right, but what do you think about the fact that Elbaf mirrors that art in various ways? And I saw it with Egghead too. So for all those people that are saying that Egghead mirrors Sabandi, god damn it.
Sabandi.
Sabandi. Point is, what would you do if Emu won here? Let's say Oda goes that way.
If Emu won here?
Yes, that's what he said.
Yes.
Makes sense to me if Emu wins here, being that again, I think he's the king of the world and he's been ruling this planet, defeating Joy Boy as the top one ruler, the top one political figure. I mean, throughout One Piece, the powerhouses of every country and island is not some random citizen, rather it's the king there, or it's the man usurping the throne. And even throughout other manga within Japanese comics, again, you have the political dude, the king, the captain, like that's the strong guy. So with Emu being the king of the world, it makes sense that he would be stronger than Loki, stronger than Luffy, the most formidable man. But I do want to point out, because I think you're saying this, you're essentially going in this direction, where Emu could be a sort of winner. Emu like lands a knockout blow on Luffy. Luffy's 1 centimeter from death. He lands a knockout blow on Gaban and Hiruden and Loki. He mollywops them, and he's like, oh crap, I really gotta go. So now Emu kind of won in a way, but he's forced to leave. So it's not like, oh, Emu's such a letdown, but then it's not also, oh, well, Luffy died.
Even the elders stated that Emu should never leave the castle because he's always on a fixed time limit when he leaves, right?
That's inferred. Lucky. That would be a heavy inference. So I don't think that they said it verbatim, but it's like a heavy inference. In fact, King J actually sent me panels regarding that 2 days ago. Summer said, so be it. Great Emu's body is not meant to withstand the outside, but even pushing past that. So he says that his body's not meant to be, or not meant to withstand outside, but we don't know exactly what he means by that. Does that necessitate a timer? Is he saying that metaphorically, like he's the king of the world, he shouldn't be in the lower world? Is that what he means? There's also there's also another panel.
Can't be out in the open because if he gets exposed, a high possibility of many of the nations rising up against him could come into play. Not that they do it, but the point could still apply.
Yeah, but see, that would actually be a detriment to like a timer theory for Emu, because you'd be positing a different reason for them questioning him being outside. He's not outside like, oh shoot, don't be outside because you got a timer and you can, I don't know, lose health and die or something. No, don't be outside because we don't want your existence to be made known. So see, that would actually detract from the timer theory. But there's also another panel though. Emu says, make haste, Summers, there is little time. Now, King J and the like, they would say that this is quite great proof towards there being, again, like this timer theory for Emu. But I mean, someone else could read this panel and interpret it as they're trying to hurry up and take control of Elbaf. They don't got time to play around. They're trying to take control of the two kings that they're trying to install, Dory and Bragi. They're trying to move the kids along. They're trying to get this mission done and over with. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a timer.
Right. And the biggest thing that comes to this mission, I'm glad you brought that up. The biggest thing that comes to this mission is I think people need to not forget. Emu said he did this before. He won. He succeeded. He said, this is why Elbaf fell. So I think it's up to every single one of you to decide, is Emu going to get a full victory, a partial victory, or no victory?
And
There's
even
three
then,
options here.
like, what is victory? What does that even mean? Like, does that mean Luffy is left, like Luffy, Gabon, everyone's left alone, but Loki dies? Does it mean everyone's left alone, but Luffy's knocked out completely? Does it mean everyone's okay and Gabon's killed? Like, what does it even mean?
You know what's funny? You asked me what victory is. Victory is the god Nike in Greek mythology, and that's what I'm wearing. We got them sandals on, bro.
Got them Nike
realize
sandals.
The person who said Nike at the back after he raced back from Marathon to Athens dropped dead from exhaustion, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes. But my point still stands. The god of victory is Nike.
But even if we could go back, Smokey and Mets bring up good points, but you could even press, like, what does victory even mean? Like, if a partial victory for Emu, well, what does victory even mean? Does it mean like two people knocked out? Does it mean all of them knocked out? Does it mean all of them knocked out and one killed? Like that, I actually,
give you my definition.
yeah, you can, but let me add that I actually brought up this exact question. I don't remember if it was on stream or on Discord like months ago, because we were thinking, like, as soon as Emu showed up, we were already discussing, like, oh shoot, how is this art gonna turn out? And I specifically was asking, it might have been on the Discord, asking people what would constitute a loss, what would constitute a victory? Because I'm sure, like, you and I, if we were in separate rooms, right, and Mets was the investigator, and he went to Smokey, hey Smokey, what would constitute as an Emu victory on Elbaf? And you answered in your room. Then Mets came to me and he said, yo, Eddie, what would constitute for an Emu victory in Elbaf? You and I, Smokey, would give two different answers.
Say Mihawk upscale. Come on.
Mihawk, yeah, I would scale that. I would say that,
We
but
know the answer to that question.
yeah, I would say Mihawk
But I get your
upscale, but
point.
we would
I
say
get your point.
we would say two different things. So the reason why I'm hammering this, right, is because I understand, like, we're all asking each other, like, is Emu going to win? Is Emu going to lose? Like, do the Straw Hats make it out alive? Like, a lot of these questions I feel are actually secondary. They're actually after discussing what does it even mean for Emu to have a victory. So we would want to, like, start off, okay, what to you would be an Emu victory? Question number one. And then, okay, question number two, is Emu going to achieve that? Because, like, if I go and Vincent tells me, oh, yeah, Emu's going to have a partial victory this arc, I would wonder, like, what does that even mean? Like, does that, like,
Right.
Is that, like, with Scopper dead? Is that, like, with Loki dead? Like, what does that mean?
Go ahead, Vince. I would give you my conditions for victory, but I'm going to let Vince go ahead.
I mean, for me, I would have to push. Good. Sorry, my dog's barking. Anyway, a partial victory for me, if I was even, if it was Emu, and the time was running out, I either have to say, try to get as many of the kids as you can that are in Zaza and warp out, or possibly make sure it would be like do the whole sore losers thing, like how Frieza did. If he can't have the planet, no one can. And just blow up Elbaf.
Blow up Elbaf, like nuke it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's a little similar to Vincent, but not exactly the same. For me, for Emu to get a victory, quotation marks, like I'm Dr. Evil, magma. Anyway, for me, liquid hot magma, sharks with freaking lasers. Anyway, for me, it would be Emu taking any amount of the kids.
One
I
child.
don't care who the kids are, any amount of the kids.
One child.
If Emu gets away with the kid, that would be a partial victory, along with putting Loki and Luffy in the dirt.
And that
He just gets away with Colin, which would actually be a decent prize considering he's not only half giant, but he's half the bond.
He's half the bomb.
Gunko especially already knows that Colin is Gabon's kid.
That's actually like a funny idiom. Like he's half Gabon. I mean, he technically is, but that's a funny way of saying it.
Brother, I wish I was half Gabon. I want to be the mountain eater.
Bro, you meat rider? Hey, don't ever say I'm a meat rider for Mihawk after what you just said.
Oh, I'm absolutely keep saying that because I gotta meet your energy. This is
What? I never wished I was a son of Mihawk.
All right, Zoro boy. Go say Zoro another 100,000 times on the stream.
Maybe I will.
We'll talk. Maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
Well, he just gazes at the picture of Zoro holding his 3 swords.
Hey, at least I could die knowing that I said the name Zoro more than any other person on Earth. Probably more than Oda.
Low-key. No, that's actually a good point. How many times? We gotta look that up one day.
There's no way Oda said the name Zoro more than me.
I don't know, bro. Considering how long it is, if we count every time he wrote Z-O-R-O or Z solo.
You really think it was 100,000 times? Maybe 50,000 at the absolute maximum. Zolo. Vincent. You mean every time he wrote Zolo?
Zoro with 2 R's.
Weird flex. This is a supreme flex. I'm a real Zoro fan. Real Zoro fans say his name 100,000 times.
I don't know. Real Zoro fans, on the other hand, also believe Zoro kills Kaido. So
what? That's a crackhead Zoro fan.
It's a little tricky.
No, that's not a real Zoro fan. That's a subverter. Hey, all the Zoro fans that were saying ZKK, those were actually Sanji fans trying to make Zoro fans look stupid. So let's get it straight.
Damn, Sanji fans always have flooding allegations. What's wrong with you, Sanji fans?
Yeah, bro.
Why are you always trying to flood shit?
The Sanji fans pretended to be Zoro fans, and while pretending to be Zoro fans, they said ZKK. So then everyone, like the so-called Zoro fans that saying ZKK, looked stupid, but it was actually Sanji fans subverting. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they were trying to make Zoro fans look stupid.
I guess at this rate, all the Sanji fans were riding Oda with candy, treats, money, envelopes full of cash.
Yes.
Saying skip Zoro's backstory.
Yes. Yes, that as well. Yeah.
I was gonna say Sanji fans are the. I was just gonna say Sanji fans are the Bucket of Queendom members, but damn.
Man.
Dog, can we talk about how disappointing Wano was? I love bashing Wano.
Yeah, I mean Sanji's scene where he tried to sneak into the women's bathhouse while invisible. I don't know. It's quite a horrendous look for Sanji, isn't it?
Nami said happiness punch. Sanji said, whoa.
He said, she said. All right, chat. We're gonna be heading out in 13 minutes.
German.
Chat, like, comment, subscribe, noti bell, all the YouTube stuff. Go ahead and do that. We're heading out in 13 minutes. Any last comments, questions, serious concerns, make it known now. As soon as I end the stream, I need to brush my teeth. Then I'm going to lay down and immediately fall asleep within 5 seconds. We're here for you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody, whether in voice or in text or even lurking. Again, like, subscribe, get all that YouTube stuff out of the way for me so we can grow the channel. Any last donations and support, make it known through the stream elements. Thank you guys for being here.
Yes, me. As far as I'm seeing it, the sooner we wrap L back up, the sooner we can get to the final line. I don't know when that'll be. Maybe in 27 we get to it. Especially now that Oda's only doing every other week instead of his old 3-week pace for updates.
You know what? You know what? As crazy as the breaks are going to be, I definitely think, despite all the breaks, Oda's going to hit his 30 chapter minimum. Maybe he gets to 34, but I think Oda is going to pick it up. I know a lot of people are saying bi-weekly, all this and that. I truly think after this chapter, Oda's going to pick up the pace.
Do you think he's going back to
I
his
think
3-chapter stretch?
Yeah, I think he's going to power through September.
And what will your guys' reaction? What would you guys say in 3 words if 1192 spoilers drop and it says break next week? What would your 3 words be?
Fuck Oda, I'm 40. I'm 3 words. I'm taking more. That is what my answer is going to be. The fucking thing. Listen, I've already got gray beard in my fucking hair, dog. I ain't trying to fucking have white hair on my top of my head.
Bro, you're going to start looking like Scopper in the middle of freaking Laugh Tail Arc.
Bro, I'm going to be like an Indian priest. I'm going to be over here saying, Mahatma Gandhi.
Full white beard. What would you say, Vincent? If 1192 spoilers drop and it says break next week, what would your reaction be?
Oh shit, dude. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe it. It's just, I'm perfectly fine binging it just as much as I am watching it live. Doesn't matter that much.
Well, see, the difference for me is I never gave a damn, but the breaks are getting to me lately.
I get it. I get it. It's infuriating that, but you also have to think the man's health is being brought into question multiple times every day. It's worse.
Absolutely,
dude.
Absolutely, but at the same time, he's also writing some of the best stuff that he's ever written in a very long time, and it's killing the momentum. We could trace this back all the way to God Valley, brother.
What?
I don't know which one. Are you talking about with Egghead or those parts?
I mean, we can go back to Egghead. Listen. My point is, Oda is writing some of the best character writing. Loki, Hirunden, and I'm saying this as a hater with some agenda, but realistically, Oda is doing some very good character writing right now, and he's killing the momentum with every film break. He's been doing it all Eldath, and you could argue it's gone far back in fact.
Al said Smokey tried to run Oda through the sweatshop.
You're absolutely right. Nope, I'm gonna be the bad guy. Crack split, get back to work.
Oh, that's insane.
Just go on scooter again.
Yep, nope. I'm gonna lean into it, bro. These breaks are killing me, I've been in this shit since '97. These breaks
Can't take it anymore.
are a lot different.
You either
No, what it is, it's like what Smokey is that he's actually the sweatshop guy that the Family Guy when they went to Chinatown and Stewie showed his hand to the shoe and was like,
hell no, man.
Brother, if the worker gets fucking hurt, we're replacing him with Stewie. If Stewie gets hurt, we're replacing him with the next youngest kid.
Look, all I know is if you actually
go
love
faster.
if you actually love One Piece and you're yearning for the chapters, you're gonna get irritated when there's constant breaks. But if you don't really care about One Piece, then why would you care about a break? Think about it. Like if you go
a new chapter, I just don't mind the breaks as much.
listen, if I go tell my grandma that One Piece is on a break, she doesn't care. So do you think that like okay, let me put it to you this way, Vincent. Do you think if you loved One Piece even more, the breaks would bother you?
I mean, yes, I would.
But what do you think? Like, you don't love One Piece more than you do now because then, like, it would be unhealthy, or like what? Like, what's stopping you from loving One Piece more?
It's just a lot of things being juggled around in my life. Can't really get into that.
One Piece is not a high enough priority.
Yeah.
Makes sense. King J, God bless, bro. Man, I need to get over this cough. Enough time has passed. Hybrid Ragnar over Emu.
Here we go. Here we go with this goddamn. You know what? Perfect time to end the stream. Go ahead.
Bro, King J, you know.
You have my permission. No, I don't want to hear it. Go to bed.
King J, listen, man. When you make comments like these, I gotta fight for my life to talk about Ragnar. You know that? I want to know what the logic here is. Hybrid Emu or Hybrid Ragnar over Emu. How did you come to that conclusion?
Hybrid Ragnar, Top Loco Hybrid Ragnar. The fuck?
Hybrid Ragnar. Does that mean like his head is like the hammer head? Like he has his arms and legs?
And I guess we already saw his hybrid form. Like, very first time we found out the hammer was the squirrel.
I mean, goddamn, if I put a fucking squirrel mask on top of the hammer, does that make it a hybrid?
Maybe.
Because, I mean, that's the only way I can see that ever happen.
Or like arms and legs sprouting off of the hammer.
I still like my idea of it turning into Gungnir, into a completely different weapon as hybrids. Like it just turns into Gungnir.
Well, I like my idea of that guy being fried over a fucking open fire.
What?
Why
are you so Why are you so hateful over an awesome squirrel?
Because I think he's written like shit.
All right, you know what? We're gonna wrap it up here.
Better question for you. Well, why do you defend a guy that just sits on his ass most of the time?
Who? Mihawk?
Whoa.
Hey, I wasn't the one that called him the world's strongest swordsman multiple times. I didn't decide that.
World's strongest swordsman, but Oda doesn't seem to want to differentiate between skill and strength.
Bro,
seems like he likes feeding this debate.
Why would they need to make that distinction? That's such a silly distinction. They never made that distinction in like Naruto or.
Hey, no. That's fair. That is fair. My only question is why doesn't Oda straight out come and say?
He did. Mihawk is the strongest swordsman.
Could it be he's in story debt? Could it be that even though he studied under? Oh my God, is VP repeating something he said earlier? My God, listen up, motherfuckers.
Look, Roger.
Chimney, Oda studied under Rurouni Kenshin, and he wrote
You
swordsmanship
stretching out?
like fucking shit. So why
Listen.
should I give a fuck about Mihawk, bitch?
Listen, Roger could be named the Pirate King without us knowing anything about his deeds. Does that make him any less the Pirate King? Or better yet, Emu could be treated and named as the king of the world without us knowing his past and say that he just sits on his butt and doesn't do anything all day long. Does that make him any less the king of the world?
Right, but you realize Mihawk is so terribly written like Blackbeard.
Oh, wait, what does that have to do with my point?
Whoa, let me finish. You'll understand. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna fillet this fish. Okay? We
Fillet
about to have
Which was
some
well
5-star Japanese. We about to have some Michelin. You feel me?
Let's
Now
go.
listen. You want me to accept this and that with Mihawk, but you argue against Blackbeard. Both terribly written. Both had terrible performances. The differences in Zoro, I give you that. I've never denied that. I've never denied the fact that it comes down to Zoro for Mihawk. But you want us to wait and see with Mihawk. Should we wait and see with Dragon? Should we wait and see with Akainu? Should we wait and see with what you call it? I don't know, bro. I think Oda's gonna fumble somebody.
That's not even my
Just
position. I don't ever say that we should wait and see for Mihawk. And the analogy to Blackbeard's not a good analogy because Blackbeard's not definitively stated to be the world's strongest anything. They're saying it's that they're saying Mihawk is definitively stated as the world's strongest swordsman. So that's not even a fair analogy. But look, listen, we're gonna go over on our time debating Mihawk, and I don't think you or I would be looking forward to doing that. I do want to show though, Ragnar has 2 hybrid forms. I actually forgot about this. If you look on screen right now, he has the hybrid where like the hammer is his scalp, but then he also has the hybrid where his face is on the hammer. So he has 2 hybrid forms.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
King Jay's right. He brought this up. This is all credit to King Jay. And King Jay.
I'm not so sure you should credit them both away.
I'm not sure either. I should steal the theory. Or steal more theories,
I
rather.
mean, the hammer part on top of the head thing, I guess didn't count that as hybrid, but his face in the reflection of the hammer, that's kind of a stretch there.
But the ears, you don't see the ears as well? The ears are clearly 3D, all right?
Yeah, but that's like saying that any person that has a Paramecia type suddenly becomes a hybrid where they're attached to. Like Pika was a hybrid of a wall.
Well, Pika wasn't as knowing, though. Well, you said don't let him talk? Don't let Pika talk. Pika the squeaker. Okay, I'm going to read this. Okay, let me read King Jay's super chat, and then we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much, King Jay. God bless you, brother. He said, base Herald equals Zebek. Loki's previous hammer clashed with Deep Covenant Herald multiple times and survived, but broke into dust after getting 1 hit from Ragnar. Also, check DMs for 2 different hybrids.
Right, so I could care less about anything that King Jay has to say when it comes to Herald. The guy was a jigaboo. He sold out his own race and is terribly written. And by the way, Loki lost the Shanks, so I don't care about.
Wait a second. You gotta engage with his point, though. You gotta engage with the point, though.
I know I do, but me and King Jay have gone back and forth on this. You know, it's
fair enough.
I would rather you said something more meaningful.
Hey,
got
fair
something
enough.
to
If you went back and forth on this many times, then I understand. I mean, it seems straightforward to me. He clashes with Harold, the hammer's chilling, and then he clashes with Ragnar, and the hammer's broken.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty
right.
straightforward here.
Three good. No, you're right. No, absolutely. But you have seen the conversations me and this guy have been having over the past year. Right
Some
now,
of them,
it's
yeah.
straightforward that Loki lost. You better hope he didn't use Ragnar. Because I've seen Ragnar over Shanks. I've seen Loki over Shanks. So
Ragnar over Shane.
you know how this game goes, Threeble. We're playing a game.
I
know you understand.
I understand. I also
playing
need to
again.
know. I understand. I also need to know the context in which Loki loses.
I have an idea for a little later. I have an idea for later down the line. Let's say Emu has to make it back, and this is something Blackbeard's counting on. He invades Maurice-Wild with no effects, and then he basically uses his dark fruit to take all of Emu's powers, and then just for the fact that he's a great. I feel
Can I offer a counter argument?
Hold on. Let Mets finish, and then I gotta head out here in very soon.
Anyway, and then once Emu is drained of all his powers, Blackbeard goes all butcher on his ass. And when Emu just basically claims you can't have and do this, I'm the king of the world. And then Blackbeard says, "No, you ain't worth shit." And this takes a sword, a prism stone sword, and says, "And this is for my father," and jams it through Emu's skull. Takes over the throne.
That's quite the fanfic. I mean, I would wonder how Blackbeard with 4 homies struggles against Law, but he has no problem getting past Garling, Akainu, the other admirals, the other holy knights. I would really wonder how Blackbeard pulls that off. How do you think he would pull that off?
Pull assault from his grand fleet.
Right, Threeble. You realize how I was mocking King J? Now watch me go ahead and glaze one of his points. We're versatile here. We keep it switching up. So, Mets, with everything you said, right? That's all in fun, but the reality is, as soon as Shamrock got back, whatever happened in the Holy Land got clipped. Whether it was Dragon, whether it was Whitebeard, as soon as the Figureland showed up, that shit got shut down. Nope. I want you to go look at the panel.
As soon as the Figureland showed up.
As soon as Shamrock showed up, everything got closed. Whitebeard looks like shit. Dragon looks like shit. Whatever they were doing in the Holy Land, once we find that out, does not matter.
That's actually a great point. That's a great point. The Figurelands show up to Marijoa, and whatever was going down was completely quelled. So I mentioned Akainu, the other admirals, Garling, the other holy knights. I actually forgot to mention Shamrock. So again, we're talking about Blackbeard that had 4 homies with him, and those 5 guys of Blackbeard and 4 homies struggled against Law. And you constantly hear this idea. No, dude, trust me, man. Blackbeard is gonna like mollywop Emu and Luffy because they got devil fruits. Blackbeard can counter devil fruits. But wait a second, Law had a devil fruit. So I don't, again, like I don't. I've had these conversations so many times. Mets, don't take it personally. I hope you're not offended or that I'm being rude or anything like that. You could disagree with me. That's okay. We don't take it too personally. We're all having fun. But I mean, I've had these discussions with Blackbeard so many times I can't even count anymore. But I don't know. I don't find the arguments compelling. Don't take it too personal, bro.
I mean, when it comes to Blackbeard, I'm not even thinking about like if he's at Maurice Bar or not. I'm thinking about what his other plans are. Like
To
why
the
he
One
wants
Piece.
Hachi. I mean, besides the One Piece thing, but I'm talking about why he wants Hachinosu specifically to become a
Pirate country.
recognized nation by the government. Yeah, like a pirate country to be recognized as a noble nation.
Personally, I know this is gonna rub people the wrong way, but personally, I do want Luffy to change his mindset. And as soon as he hears Garp, maybe this fight doesn't happen on Laptop. I mean, I can understand everybody's argument for it because this fight's happening no matter what. But I wouldn't mind if Luffy went to Hachinosu to rescue Garp. As opposed to what he
Okay,
did.
I hate to interrupt, but I really have to go. So I'm going to read this super chat from King J, and all of us just very quick, short response to King J, as fast as you guys can say it, as concise as you guys can. King J, thank you so much, brother. God bless you. I wish we could have spoke longer. He says, I don't understand why Blackbeard fans and Dragon fans are claiming their favorite character attacked Marijoa off screen. Whoever attacked lost to Shamrock. What do you guys have to say? Just concise response. What do you guys think about this?
I played this up 100%. Treble, come on, give it up to me, man. I completely explored this angle.
Yes,
I
in
knew
fact, Smokey did.
What he was gonna say.
Yeah, Smokey beat King J to the punch.
No. This is his shit, but it is very compelling. I like to play sides. I like to have fun.
See, you
I
know,
love the story. I love the war, but I also love the agenda. Maintaining the agenda is the top priority.
I'll give my quick response to this, and then Vincent and Metz can go, and then we have to end here. But again, I really like to analyze how the One Piece community tends to react to things. I like to see how One Piece fans react to things, and I've noticed a consistent pattern for many years. I feel like with this particular event, this is going to be one of those things where the Blackbeard fan is going to move the goalpost, or the Blackbeard fan is going to try to recontextualize Shamrock's winning, or the Dragon fan is going to recontextualize Shamrock's victory. They're going to try to change this pre-established fact that Shamrock and Garling or Marijoa persevered and endured and won. They're going to try to change that and recontextualize that because they need to defend their favorite character, be it Dragon or Blackbeard. What do you think about this, Metz and Vinny?
I think they're going to try too hard to do this.
You know what I think? I think Oda's going to bail him out because Oda never likes to write anything to completion. So whoever the character is that attacked Marijoa is going to get a bailout. They're going to get the bailout. They're going to get that $3.5 billion. And then we're going to be stuck in the TSA lines trying to get through.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. And it would kind of just be, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Be like, we're talking about Luffy and the other Straw Hats having an escape arc of their own, and all of a sudden the war that was out the Marine was also an escape arc. It's like, I just found that part ridiculous in my mind. It's
I'm
like,
not a fan of back-to-back escape arcs either. If anything, Emu is forced to leave, and then it sets up a training arc for the Straw Hats.
Okay, I'm going to wrap this up here. I've been awake for like 16 hours. I am dead exhausted. I had work, studying, amongst many other things. Hope you guys can forgive me. We're going to wrap this up here. Take care, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. I hope everyone has a great morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. We've been very inconsistent with break week streams, but I want to see everyone gather around and come up with an idea to try to ramp up.
Who been inconsistent? I've been in the VC every week, my friend.
Smokey's been consistent, unlike me. But chat, if you guys can come together and build up some hype, what can we do during the break week that everyone will enjoy? Let me know. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. Take care, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.